Good morning, my loves. I cannot wait to take you along for the day and share with you exactly what I do at Amazon. But first, I need to wake my body up and do my morning routine. I recently posted an in-depth morning routine video taking you through all of my rituals to get my mind and body in the right space to tackle the day. I'll link that video for you and I highly recommend you watch it. I knew that I had an early meeting, so to make sure I had time for my morning routine, I woke up at 8 a.m. today. I've been loving starting my morning by moving my body, so I immediately threw on my workout clothes, headed down to take my vitamin C wellness shot and my probiotics, and then I hit the mat. I did a 20-minute total body sculpt and tone by form and rounded it out by taking a body shower, having breakfast, getting dressed, and mentally preparing for the day ahead. Hey loves! Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Carissa. This is my first time doing a video like this on my channel and I cannot believe that we are finally doing it. Today we are going in depth into my day job, what I do for a living. If you are new, I have a career at Amazon as a senior program manager. I don't have a good reason for why I haven't done this before. I guess I mostly wanted to keep my Amazon life separate from the content that I produce, but then also having like a level of privacy. But a goal of mine this year is that I wanted to elevate the content that I produce, take it up a notch, and also just share more of me with you guys. And I always have you all reaching out to me for career advice or wanting to understand what I do at Amazon more, or how I like just balance it all. So this video, or these videos if you like it and want me to continue to make them, might be really helpful for those seeking a career in tech, or maybe just curious or want to learn more about my role at Amazon or about me in general, like whatever it may be. I really hope that you enjoy this because it has been so highly requested for so long. So since this is my first time truly going into detail, let me tell you exactly what I do. So as I've already stated, I am a senior program manager at Amazon. I've been at Amazon for almost 8 years now, almost 5 years on my specific team. I was promoted to senior program manager about 7 or 8 months ago. Do you guys remember that vlog? I specifically work within the AWS division of Amazon on the Silk team. Silk is essentially the Amazon browser that is available on all Fire devices, so Fire tablets, Fire TVs, and also the Echo Show devices. As a program manager, I kind of do it all. I oversee and manage a lot of different programs across all of Silk, from team level up to org level. One of my main responsibilities is managing the release program, which in a nutshell is just delivering new versions or updates of Silk to you guys, to our customers. My job is really fast-paced. There is a lot of juggling and a lot of task switching. Every day brings new challenges, new problems. Sometimes I want to strangle people, but I absolutely love it. The job really suits me and my strengths. So switching gears, there are a couple of things that I really quickly wanted to touch on. First, I really quickly wanted to address the recent layoffs. Folks in tech are truly going through a hard time at the moment. Thousands and thousands of people are impacted. Amazon just went through their second wave of layoffs, and I don't know how many more are coming, but I am fine at the moment. But I did have a few past coworkers and friends across just different tech giants lose their jobs. And if you're in that situation, I completely feel for you. I know it cannot be easy, and it's really scary too. You know, all of a sudden losing something and feeling like you're not in control. So if you are impacted, I really hope you find a new job soon and find a new opportunity. And the second thing I wanted to mention before we get into this is that in no way, shape, or form do I speak on behalf of Amazon. This is just my experience. I am not a spokesperson and do not claim to be. So I just wanted to make sure I'm throwing that disclaimer out there. So with all that being said, let's get started, guys. Let's start our work day. I usually log into work anywhere between 9 and 10 a.m. This is really dependent on when I have a meeting scheduled or if there is an emergency. No emergencies today, woohoo! But I do have my first meeting at 10 a.m. and I like to take about an hour before my first meeting to get caught up on what I've missed overnight or over the weekend. I'll start with setting up my task list for the day while reviewing yesterday's to see what I completed versus what needs to be punted to today's list. I look at both my Amazon specific list but also my calendar in general to keep track of everything everything I have going for the day and make adjustments as needed. For my Amazon list, I like to break things down into what's a priority for the day, general tasks to tackle in a week, and lastly, a backlog. The backlog are items that are less of a priority and can be picked up anytime I have bandwidth. Once that is all in a good place, I'll start with going through emails, flag things that are important. Amazon uses Slack, so I'll go through Slack to catch up on channels or misdirect pings, and then I'll just dive on in. I'll tackle the items that I've flagged in my inbox first. At 10 a.m. I have my first meeting. It's a one-on-one with our PMT, which is a technical product manager. Hi, good morning. How are you doing this morning? Not too bad. Still getting through some of like my emails and stuff this morning, but things are good. I know, between what, today and tomorrow. Yeah, it just keeps coming. Yeah, that's definitely a huge focus for today and tomorrow. How have you been? Happy New Year. It's been a while. Oh, that's amazing. Where in Argentina? Yeah, my boyfriend is Argentinian, so I just went to Argentina again back in October for a wedding and seeing his family and stuff, so that's so funny. I don't know yet. Didn't communicate anything to me of what they were targeting for those changes. We can get clarification from, I just sent a clip over to you in Slack. This is a weekly series we have to stay in sync on upcoming project and roadmap items, and our whole conversation is typically coordinating release timelines for those upcoming projects or chatting about issues that were raised and proposed solutions. My second meeting at 10:30 a.m. was canceled. It was a team stand-up meeting. A stand-up meeting typically occurs 3 times a week to once a day. It is dependent on the team, but in a stand-up meeting, each person gives updates on what they worked on yesterday and their plan for today. If they need help getting unblocked, that's answered here. Other general topics are usually discussed here too. Since that meeting was canceled, I now have an hour-and-a-half block of focused work time. One of the main things I worked on was sending out a status report of our current and upcoming releases. So we needed to go through all the team sprints to check on the status of particular tasks to evaluate if a given release is still on track or at risk. If at risk, I'll provide guidance and my recommendations for a path forward in order to ensure we can still meet our delivery deadline. We made it to lunchtime. Looks like Juan is wrapping up his lunch, but I'm just gonna get started on mine. So Juan also works at Amazon. He works from home as well. So we work side by side. We work on different teams, but we both work within AWS, but his schedule is slightly different from mine. I mean, he works earlier, his lunch is different from mine. We have some differences, but he is always so loud in his meetings, sorry babe, that we have to work on different floors in the house. So he works here on the main floor, there's like this little nook, and then I just work upstairs in my office filming space. For lunch today, I ordered Evergreen's salad. I pre-ordered it. So I ordered a salad for both Juan and I, but the salad arrived at like 11, like super early, but there was only one salad that arrived and it was Juan's salad. So then I had to get on the phone with Evergreen's and be like, bro, like where's my salad? I ordered 2. So it just arrived now, perfect time for lunch, but they also sent another one of Juan's. So Juan got lucky here and he gets a second salad for tomorrow.
Or my dessert for today.
Why? Are you already so hungry?
No, I don't.
But he got, what'd you get? The spicy and kale? Spicy and kale Caesar. Oh, double the bread, babe. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I get 2 pieces of bread through all my efforts. No, I'm just kidding. They were really nice about the whole thing. They ended up like refunding me too. It was really, really sweet. So I get Cobb Your Enthusiasm, but I modify it. So I get it with romaine and avocado, and then it comes with bacon and a hard-boiled egg, but I get it with an additional hard-boiled egg, sunflower seeds, red bell pepper, shredded carrots this time because that sounded good, garbanzo beans, white cheddar, and then Caesar dressing. So that is today's lunch. Lunch can really vary for me. Sometimes I'm really good about having lunch during lunchtime, like today, but other times, depending on like what's going on, my lunch can like be 2-3 p.m. You guys watch my vlogs, it's typically like the latter, but I'm trying to like stick to a schedule today. Presentation on point. So here we go. Let's remove the bread though. I'm gonna mix this all up. I need a knife. So for my lunch hour or less, I think I have now, I'm gonna probably go watch an episode of something, find something on TV, just take a break from work, obviously. Sometimes I'm really bad and I eat through work, just kind of depends again, like what's going on. But today we're making it a point to have the balance, to take the mental break. It's very important to do so. This looks absolutely incredible. Bon appetit, guys. So I did have a meeting at 1, but I just ended up rescheduling it. One of the key required people that needs to be here, she is out of the office. And so I obviously want her to be in attendance. So I just went ahead and rescheduled it for this time next week. Not a big deal at all. It's actually nice to get an hour back. Truthfully, there's a lot that I still need to catch up on for the day, but that meeting would have been a retrospective meeting on one of our last releases that we had. We do retrospective meetings for every single one of our releases just to chat about the release, like talk about how it went, what went well for us and worked for us, what didn't, what can we improve upon, and any actions that we can take from that just to better ourselves. And as the release manager, that is a meeting that I own and I run. So now that that meeting is rescheduled and I just sat down after lunch, the first thing that I'm gonna do is just go through my inbox once more. There was 52 emails that came through while I was away from my desk. Okay, let's look at my to-do list for the day. Check, that's done. Okay, so something I want to try to squeeze in right now, see if I have some time to focus and put towards it, is I had a couple of managers reach out to me looking for me to be a feedback provider on a couple of people that are putting a document up for promotion this quarter. So I've committed to providing feedback on them, but I need to gather data for the individuals to support or to not support the promotion. So I'm gonna work on that a little bit. Oh, someone just paid me. Okay, cool, no worries. Okay, another thing that I want to try to tackle during this block as well is just getting our next team velocity meeting scheduled and then setting up an automatic reminder to remind myself of future quarters as well. But velocity is just to have a check like quarter over quarter to see like how Silk is performing with the resources that we have. Are we moving faster? Are we delivering with a higher level of efficiency? So having this meeting, it just helps us to look at the trends quarter over quarter and see if there's any adjustments that we need to make as a whole, like as a team. Again, this is another thing that's like kind of org-wide that I own and manage. I own the doc itself, I own coordinating the meetings, I own the action items, I own following up with people to make sure that the action items are completed. So I own it full stop for the organization. Okay, so we have a little list of a couple of things that we're going to tackle during this next hour. So let's just get to it before our next meeting. That is at 2 o'clock. So I thought it would be a fun moment to give you guys like a little desk tour, I guess, if you will. I've never really spoken in detail about this section, so now is like the perfect opportunity to do so. So this is my little area. It's in my office slash filming space. Pivoting over to the front view. Oh, Oliver, the sneezes. I have this little ottoman that I put right here because I like to put my feet up, but it also can go over here and it matches this chair. I also have a Dyson heater. It also has cool air too, just a fan. but I am just like chronically cold all the time, so I love to have like the heat on my feet. Well, good morning, Oliver. Jeez. So that's over like on this side, and then pivoting back over to the front, this is my desk chair. It's actually a dining room chair. I got it from France and Son. The desk itself is from Restoration Hardware, and it's from the teen section too, but it's just like the perfect size. It's not like too long, it's not too wide, so it fits beautifully in this space. And then coming up close, we have my work computer, a monitor that is, what brand? An LG monitor. I'll link it for you guys. This isn't like the prettiest setup, but it does the job, you know? And so since my work laptop is a Mac, I just have all Mac products. So I have a mouse, the keyboard. I have one set of headphones that I typically use for my meetings, but sometimes I have like my AirPods too. It's just kind of dependent on what I want. This always flattens my hair. And then over to the side here, I have my personal laptop that's charging down below. I usually just stack it up here, but I don't know. I guess I put it down there today. I have my phone, my iPad typically sits right here. Sometimes I multitask and I watch like YouTube TV or YouTube videos. If I'm doing just like busy work, it's nice to have something on in the background. I typically like that more than I like listening to music, although I do listen to music sometimes. I have a candle over here. I love to have a candle on my desk. It really sets the mood. It brings me so much happiness. And then of course a little spot for my water bottle too. My 2 p.m. meeting is our WBR, which is our weekly business review. This is where we review metrics, data from the past week. We have a focused discussion on accomplishments, announcements, things at risk, and so forth. It's just a health check and making sure everyone is kept on the same page. It's time to get up, stretch, move around since I've been sitting for a couple of hours. I'll usually take some time every day to tackle a home task. That could typically be laundry, breaking down boxes, vacuuming, but today the kitchen needed help desperately. So we cleaned off the island, unloaded the dishwasher, and reloaded the dishwasher with more dishes. I also took the opportunity to go bother Juan at his desk and see what he was up to. He was at the start of a meeting reading a doc. It is after 4 p.m. I am getting very tired. We're gonna have a little bit of a snack. I've been obsessed with apples as of late. You'll probably be able to hear Juan. He's in the middle of a meeting at the moment, so he'll be in the background of this. But I'm only gonna work a little bit longer until 5-ish. I only have one more thing that I really need to get done today. So 'tis the season for Amazon's performance reviews, and it's due today. So what I need to work on is submitting my portion of the feedback. So writing up something just on myself. I also need to submit feedback for my manager. It's a requirement. And then also a part of Amazon's performance reviews is that you request feedback to be completed from your peers. So say in December, you send out 10 requests to people that can speak to your work. And I have 20 requests sitting in my little tool. So I need to figure out who I can provide feedback for. I'm not going into this completely blind. I actually started this on Monday, like wrote up the complete structure of every single question that I need to answer for myself, for my manager, and for my peers. And then started to look at who requested feedback for me to provide for them, and started to write like bullet points for every single person or even for myself. Yesterday, I I like formulated it a little bit more. And then today I just need to finalize looking at everything and then submit my responses in the tool. So we're almost there. This is like the 1 year I did not procrastinate. It sounds like I did because it's due today, but in reality, in the past, I would have been stressing out about this and it would have like started working on it like 2 weeks ago or something like that. So in my mind, it's an achievement. It's an accomplishment because I didn't stress out about it. And then when I put it on my to-do list to do it, like I did it. So we'll count it as a win. Finally ending the Amazon workday. My goal was to end at 5 p.m., but the performance reviews took a little bit longer, so I logged off around 5:30, 6 p.m. Before I lose all the energy I have left, this is when I pivot over to content creator stuff. Today, I wanted to work on getting a head start of editing this video, but also starting to edit an upcoming Instagram reel. I was also behind on responding to your guys' comments on my YouTube videos, so I very much needed to catch up on that as well. I always try to respond to every single comment. I absolutely love it. Pivoting slightly, I love to set up and review my calendar for tomorrow or the rest of the week, add in new tasks and shuffle tasks around if things changed. After all of that is when we truly start to get into our evening and relax. I'll typically spend my evening catching up on shows, spending time with Juan, and cooking dinner. Today, I wanted to make some tea and read for a bit since it's been a while since I've been able to sit down and put time aside to read. But with that being said, that wraps up my day in the life working at Amazon. It was the perfect little inside scoop into what a typical day looks like for me. I hope you all enjoyed getting to know me a little bit better too. Please make sure you're subscribed to my channel to not miss out on more content to come. I upload every Tuesday and Friday. Please like the video before you leave. I love you all so much. See you in a couple of days.